Dot. 0-100 to 0-08. Opening tees, golden hour drone sweep. A low, aggressive silhouette 2025 Toyota GT Super, arcs into frame from left. A tall, confident SUV silhouette 2025 Tesla Model Y in vivid yellow, answers from the right. Quick whoosh, snap cut to headlight signatures. Vo, low, cinematic, two different philosophies of presence. Razor-edged performance poetry versus pragmatic, electric era personality. Today, the rumored 2025 Toyota GT Super and the 2025 Tesla Model Y dressed in yellow. 0-08 to 0-30. Hero reveal, slow frontal push on GT Super, 50mm dolly in. Then cross dissolve to a side sweep of the Model Y on a wet coastal road, lens flares catch the paint. Vo. One is sculpted to bite the air. Extreme fenders, tied down greenhouse, and a voice meant for the track. The other rethinks volume and utility, turning everyday silhouette into a bold, bright statement. Let's break down how design and color shape the character of each. 0-30 to 120. GT Super. Silhouette and proportions overlays. Animated silhouette outline, wheelbase overhang callouts. Vo. The GT Super reads like a classic mid-engine supercar in proportion. Long, low hood, tight cabin set back, and pronounced haunches. Look for stretched front overhangs cut by aggressive dive planes and a rear track that visually pushes the car's mass outward. The roofline is a blade, tapered and purposeful, while sculpted rocker channels and negative space aero vents carve motion even at rest. B-roll. Low slider alongside the fender, macro of panel gaps, dolly up through the A-pillar to rear haunch. On-screen callouts. Heritage cues, mid-engine stance, aero first geometry. 120 to 220. GT Super. Lights, surfaces and details, macro shots. DRL lens, headlight internals, grille texture, carbon weave inserts. Vo. Lighting is a signature. Thin, multi-element DRLs that read like katana slices, with layered projector lenses and exposed anodized trim. Surfaces alternate between soft, broad planes that catch highlights and razor creases that create tension. Materials matter. Visible carbon weave in the splitter, gloss-wrapped aero fins, and a satin-finished diffuser that reduces visual weight at the rear. B-roll. Rack focus from headlight lens to carbon splitter, slow turntable shot of wheel center cap. Wheel callout. 19 to 21. Forged wheels, staggered fitment, exposed lug or center lock look. 220 to 320. GT Super. Color strategy, swatch board on screen with 4 swatches, voiceover names and emotional cues. Vo. A car like this needs paint that plays with its lines. Primary options we'd pick. Renaissance Red. Heritage racing depth that pops the flanks. Absolute Graphite. Emphasizes shadow and menace. Pearl White Shimmer. Highlights curvature under studio lights. And a limited Circuit Yellow. Accent package for track days that ties to brake calipers and mirror caps. Matte and satin finishes are plausible for special editions. They mute reflections and make creases read more brutal on camera. B-roll. Macro paint flakes under a bright LED bank. Golden hour pass to show pearl shift. On-screen tip. Use controlled light. Golden hour plus polarizer to show pearl metallic depth. 320 to 4 o'clock. Transition shot cut to Model Y driving through an urban canyon. Camera mounted low to emphasize body volume. Vo, brighter, now flip the script. The Tesla Model Y. Same road, different mission. Volume, utility, and unmistakable modern minimalism. And yes, yellow. 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Model Y. Proportions and surface treatment, animated overlay showing profile emphasis on glass area and tailgate. Vo. The Model Y's profile is tall, smooth, and purposeful. Its greenhouse is generous, the beltline low, and the front facade deliberately clean. No grille, just an aerodynamic face. The design language favors continuous surfaces and soft transitions over sculpted drama. That makes the car feel larger, more approachable, and ideal for family or fleet use while still carrying Tesla's tech-first personality. B-roll. Slow pan across the roof to hip line, close-up of flush door handles cycling, camera through the panoramic glass interior. 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Model Y. Light signatures, trims and wheels macro. Taillight strip, bumper geometry, underbody diffusers. Vo. Tesla keeps lighting minimal and informative. A slim LED strip at the rear and a clean signature at the front. Trim is restrained. Blacked glass pillars, subtle character lines, and aerodynamic wheel covers on efficiency-focused trims. Wheels tend toward functional aesthetics. 18 to 20. Aero efficiency-focused designs are sportier 20 inches forged patterns on performance versions. B-roll. Wheel rotation on a lift, overlay showing aero efficiency gains. 6 o'clock to 7:10. Model Y. Yellow paint and color options, swatch board. Main yellow plus complementary accents. Vo. Yellow on a Model Y is a statement. Playful, warm, impossible to ignore. We'd label the primary yellow. Solar flare yellow. High chroma, lean toward golden undertones so it reads rich rather than neon. Complementary treatments. Black contrast roof and mirror caps, smoked glass and graphite wheels to ground the brightness, and a tonal interior package with tan or deep charcoal to avoid color fatigue. Secondary palette options for the Model Y stay true to EV tastes. Obsidian black, Nova white pearl, Nordic blue, and a muted, sage green, for those who want personality without shouting. B-roll. Model Y drive-by in sunlight showing metallic behavior, close-up of door mirror with water beading. 7:10 to 8 o'clock. On-camera comparison. Paint behavior and camera tips, split screen. GT Super, left, vs Model Y yellow, right. Vo. How paint behaves on camera. The GT Super's crease-heavy surfaces benefit from higher contrast lighting, sharper highlights and deep, inky shadows reveal architecture. The Model Y's broad surfaces love soft, diffused light that shows color uniformity and avoids harsh reflections. For the yellow Model Y, avoid midday sun that clips the saturation. Golden hour or overcast gives richer color depth. B-roll. Behind the scenes. Cinematographer with polarizer, small LED bank, scrim setups. 8 o'clock to 8:40. Living with the color. Practical notes macro. Door jambs, bumper sensors, wheel wells. Vo. Practical notes. Bright colors show road grit and micro scratches more readily. Expect more frequent washes and ceramic coatings. On the GT Super, exposed carbon and matte surfaces hide swirl less. On the Model Y, the yellow will highlight chips at wheel arches and less protected. Color accents, calipers, mirror caps, and interior stitching are the simplest way to tie a palette together without overwhelming the design. On-screen tip. Ceramic coat plus paint protection film equals best results for high contrast colors. 8:40 to 9:30. Design intent and brand story, montage of brand cues. Toyota badge close-up, Tesla emblem, interior glimpses. Vo. Design isn't just surface, it's storytelling. Toyota's GT Super language reads like a distilled motorsport manifesto. Function first, emotionally immediate. Tesla's Model Y in yellow is social design, an EV that wants to be useful, visible, and a little bit cheeky. Each approach uses color differently. One to accentuate speed and lineage, the other to amplify presence in everyday life. B-roll. Slow push into badges, badges reflect light, interior stitching. 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Closing shots and call to action, final hero shots. GT Super spinning a wheel, Model Y cruising into sun flare, text overlay. Which one would you park in your driveway? Vo, warm, two very different answers to the question of presence. The GT Super is about composed aggression and sculptural performance. The Tesla Model Y yellow is about personality, visibility, and modern utility. Tell us, are you team sculpted supercar or sunny EV? Drop your choice below, and hit subscribe for more deep dives into color, form, and the stories cars tell. On-screen. Subscribe animation. 3 suggested clips thumbnails, color-focused videos, end slate music swell. B-roll notes for editor. Include close-up paint transitions, wheel rotation bounces, and a short 8-second slow-motion drip of water on yellow paint for a tactile finish. Keep Vo rhythm deliberate. Intersperse short SFX hits at scene cuts for cinematic punctuation. End script.